Ronnie,
Lou,
I'm going to make a prediction.
be bold.
Your daughter will be married. How'd I do?
Yeah, that's spot on.
Knew it. And you know what else? She's going to eventually have a baby.
Dang, you nailed it.
And that baby will be either a boy or a girl.
I was kind of hoping for a puppy.
The outcome of your sex reveal. Will you be happy if you have a boy or sad? Next on Men Are So Smart. So, whether you choose to find out at your 20-week pregnancy scan or wait until you've actually given birth, discovering the sex of your baby is one of life's biggest surprises.
That's true, but as it turns out, not everyone is happy with the outcome. New research reveals that 1 out of 3 parents-to-be are disappointed in the sex of their baby, with 9 in 10, that's over 90%, revealing that they wanted a specific gender.
What's more, of those expecting a baby that is not their preferred sex, 1 in 20 stated that they would not have planned to have the baby if they had known in advance they would not be pregnant with the sex of the baby they wanted.
That's crazy.
This is kind of sad.
It is kind of sad. Well, you know what? I mean, this is millennials, I'm sure. So, the research from vouchercodespro.com was conducted as part of an ongoing study into expecting Britons.
Okay.
The team quizzed 2,180 UK-based adults aged 18 and over who were expecting a baby and who already knew the sex of their unborn child.
Respondents were then asked if their baby is the sex they expected/wanted, to which just over half, 52%, said no, with 1 in 3, 33%, admitting they were disappointed by the gender reveal for their child.
Yeah, when the expectant parents were asked if the sex would have been a deal breaker if they had known in advance, what would they have? 1 in 20 respondents, 5%, stated they would not have planned to have a baby if they had known they were not getting the gender they wanted.
Of the 52% who said they were not having the gender they originally wanted, 71% said they had already picked out a name for the baby of their preferred sex. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, that's okay if you named him Pat or Chris or something.
Alex.
Yeah, something like that. Commenting on the findings, George Charles, spokesman for Voucher Codes Pro, it's hard not to have expectations in life, and occasionally these expectations will leave us disappointed. This is no different when it comes to pregnancy.
Of course, those expectant parents will still love their child to bits no matter the sex, but if you have your heart set on a boy or even a girl, of course you may feel a little pang of disappointment when you find out that isn't what you're getting. I think shaming parents for feeling this is wrong. We're all human.
I don't think it's wrong at all to shame people for not liking the sex of their baby. The fact is, for some parents, this disappointment can be all too real, so much so that some parents actually opt to pick the sex of their next baby via a procedure known as gender selection.
Though gender selection procedure is illegal in the UK, many parents consider traveling abroad to choose the sex of their baby. The mother of 4 recently opened up about her plan to ensure that her next child is a girl. Now, I gotta say, when you're a first-time parent, if you want to know the sex of your baby, by all means, go for it. It allows you so many freedoms, like setting up the nursery.
Right.
Knowing instead of just guessing and having a whole pink room for a boy. I understand that for sure. But I think the proper attitude to have as a parent is as long as it has 10 fingers and 10 toes.
Having a healthy baby, I think, is way more important than the sex.
And if you're worried about that, I think maybe you're a little self-consumed.
Now, I will say this. I have a friend who they have 4 children, all boys.
I had a friend had 5 all boys.
So I can see where maybe you would be disappointed that somewhere along child number 3 or 4, you couldn't get a girl. But, you take it for what it's worth. It just wasn't in the plan.
Yeah.
So
you get what you get, and you what is the saying? You'll like it.
Yeah. Well, and I was blessed to have one of each. So.
Well, see, here's the thing. I have 3 kids, and I have one of each.
A boy, a girl, and an other, and it also ran.
Right.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it really is. Like I said, I feel happy, and I felt like, hey, we could stop it too, because what more could we get? We've got one of each.
Yeah, and they've screwed up our lives enough.
Oh, Lord, thank you. Yes. So, boy, and while the girl was a little bit harder to raise, a little more drama, at this point, so much easier.
Yeah.
Had I known then, I may have just put the boy in a reed boat or something and sent him down the river when he was born.
On the steps of a church?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Ronnie, you should be ashamed. All right, our next topic today is about, as a married couple, should you have separate checking accounts? Or better still, Ronnie, should you have an account that your spouse doesn't know about?
Ooh, intriguing.
Is there really a crime worse than cheating on your partner? According to a new survey, nearly 1/3 of Americans admit financial infidelity was even more harmful to their relationship than being unfaithful.
I don't know. Creditcards.com poll of 1,372 adults, all of whom were in a relationship, found 31% of responders believed hiding a credit card or bank account from their spouse or partner was a bigger betrayal than cheating. I don't.
I'm struggling with that.
I don't agree with that.
I don't know. I mean, like, if you have a bank account that's $1 million and your family can't get the Kraft macaroni and cheese,
I get that.
I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
You don't know what the other person is spending money on, says Sonia Britt of Kansas State University. Are they spending it on another person, or are they spending it on something else that pleases them in a way that you're not pleasing them as a partner or spouse? Now that's a big accusation right there, because that sounds like maybe, let's just say, massage parlors.
Yes, there you go.
Or strip places.
The study added that around 15 million Americans are currently in a live-in relationship with their partner, and the partner doesn't know about all their finances. That number is up from an estimated 12 million, creditcards.com announced in February of 2017. Another 9 million have reportedly committed financial infidelity in the past.
Keeping secrets in your relationships is never a good idea. What starts out small tends to build. Spending $25 without consulting your partner may seem incidental, but when those purchases become more frequent, or if the amount grows, it can wreak havoc on your accounts and your budget.
Yeah, it definitely can. The survey also found that people earning less were more likely to be hiding some financial secrets, with Americans earning less than $40,000 being the most common financial cheaters in the study. I don't know. I have one account, but then again, I have one account that basically is my checks go into. They're directly deposited. But I pay all the bills in the house, so it's just easier. And I can access it from my computer, and I do all my banking online. My wife has her own, she puts it into the kind of like the family account, but I've never spent one penny out of that account. And she buys the only thing she really does with that money, she buys the food for the family, and she pays for her expenses on her car and her gas and what have you. So we kind of do just have separate accounts, but God, we've just run it that way for the last 32 years.
Do you see it as financial infidelity, though? Not necessarily your situation.
I'm not really buying anything that she doesn't know about. I mean, here and there I might buy a guitar, and then I'm not happy with it, and so I turn around and sell it and make a couple $100 or something. But she's not offended if, like I bought a ukulele just before Christmas. It's just kind of a toy to play with. She care less.
What if one person makes significantly more than the other person?
Well, and I probably do. Even my checks are probably about double what my wife's are. But again, I'm paying, the house payment and the cable and the electric and everything else that goes along with it. So I think I need the majority of the funds in that account.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, if something needs to be done around the house, I pay for that too. So, I paid for the new pavers walkway out front, and although she did pay for her own dishwasher and oven. So,
yeah. And you called it your Valentine's Day gift.
Yes.
Way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
She purchased it, and you took credit.
I paid for the garbage disposal.
Okay, fine. What is that? $150?
Yeah, and the installation.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So
you know what? I install my own garbage disposals, by the way.
So I did the last one, and I didn't do it such a great job, and it leaked, and underneath my sink was soaking
Rotted,
wet.
yeah.
So I said that I would have it installed this next
See,
time.
that's the thing. There's a lesson here to be learned. When you get to be this age here, you got to have a guy.
You got to pay somebody.
Yeah, get a guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, I don't know.
I don't see it as such a big deal as this is.
I don't even, Ronnie, I can't even remember the last time I wrote a check. It was probably before we switched to 2K. That's how long it's been. I don't handle the finances in our house. And so there's always a question as to where that money is going. I suggest if you are in a new relationship, living together, engaged, newly married, the finances should be something handled by both people. And I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. I go to work every day. I don't even look at my paychecks. They just go into the fund, and they get spent as the family needs the money. And so I don't see where every nickel and dime goes. And so sometimes I wonder.
Yeah, well, and I was kind of in that same boat. Again, I was making about twice what my wife makes. And there was a time, and we were sending kids to private school. There wasn't a lot of money left over at the end of the month. But if I wanted to buy something, there may or may not be money there to do that with. So there was a little bit of, I wonder what we've bought with all that money we've made, and it doesn't seem to be around it right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, you got to be transparent.
Absolutely, and I don't think that, man, that's been quite a long time ago now. I don't think there's anything that I wanted back then that I haven't purchased.
Gotten since.
Yeah, since. So it all comes around.
Yeah. All right, so some good advice today. I hope you found some that you've found particularly interesting. If you did and you enjoyed the show, give it a thumbs up. Like it. Tell a friend. Share it. Whatever, say to your friend, hey, I found this new show that I've been watching. They have over 200 episodes of this program. It usually lasts for about 15 minutes or so, and it's really entertaining, and if not, it's also informational. You should check it out, my friend. Let's do that, shall we?
I'm going to.
If we start a community of people watching this show, we can build it and build it and build it and continue to do more and more and more. We want to take the show out on the road.
Yep.
Coming up soon, we will be live from the Sacramento Autorama 2018. So many places we want to go. We even talked about the Daytona 500, which I guess we're not doing.
Yeah. Yeah, not this year.
But next year,
Yeah.
we want to take the show there. But you know what? We need your help. We need you to subscribe to the channel. Please do that. Sincerely, it would be greatly appreciated. All the information for either one of us you'll find right here below on the screen. Check it out. Links to our sponsors, our blogs, our social media, our email. Am I forgetting anything? Okay. This has been an episode of Men Are So Smart. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And we will see you next time.
I like it.